I'm so sorry for you.
We are happy.
My heart's broken.
Good memory.
Yeah, good memory. Maybe a good ending later. Huh?
Yeah.
In the beginning, Melly was also like this.
Yeah.
And we have only a roof, even worse than this. And even a lot of strong winds. And so the tents, all of them upside down, inside out, and yes, I'm very sorry. But yeah, okay. But raining is blessing, you know. According to spiritual people, rain is a kind of blessing because you still here? Because it cleanses the atmosphere and also cleanses us. But it rains too much is too much blessing. So now, what's going on? We're going to give some awards to some hardworking people and hardworking centers. Yes. 到什么时候才来？
应该快到了。
他为什么现在才来呢？
他很早到，不过他们互相找不到啊，这一批的人呢找不到他。
哦，现在找到了。
找到了。
那先办别人呢？
先搬。
啊，没有多少啊。
就搬个。
哦，这样子啊，没关系，先帮他们了，然后再办联络人。先科后足吗？同你宣布啊。你没有麦克风啊？在这边讲可以啊，在那边也可以，不过用麦克风讲。
那个新华报的同修啊，他那个时候还不是同修的时候采访师父啊，然后写了一篇报道，写得非常的好，但是他的文笔呢非常的细腻。观察也很深哦，写的东西的风格很特别，所以呢，师父并不是为了他说写师父好才赏他，就认为他写作的风格写作的方法很特别，很细腻，所以特别赏他这个奖，叫做世界最好的记者。
因为很多人也写师父好，不是他一个人嘛。就是他的地方。啊，对，那个，因为这个是他的地方。快点。
第二位，是那个台北永裕印刷的许国民许总经理哦，我们现在看的新闻杂志啊，哈，就是他们印刷的。然后我们知道我们的那个杂志常常要求很快又要好，然后他都很配合，常常日夜颠倒帮我们赶印，还赶到我们的苗栗啊拿稿啊，帮我们这边很多的事情，常常我们改正什么事情，他帮我们呢都很快的完成。
这不是同修哈？
这个不是同修，这个是我们的贵宾哈。那个许国民先生呢，所以师父特别赏他说他是世界最好的印刷主管，因为他配合得非常好，所以你们可以看到那么精美又那么快的那么好的那个杂志新闻，
好多种语言呢。
印的中文、英文、粤文呢、都是他们印刷公司印的。
还有法文，还有什么文？
还有你们看到的复制画也是他们印的。
翻译英文呢？要翻译英文啊，没有翻译呢。英文没有耳朵啊，英文没有耳机。
We are awarding the printing factory in Taiwan. The printing factory has been printing all those publications for the master in the past few years.
还有另外一个记者，不过他
Here's another.
还没有来，所以等一下。
There's another reporter, but he hasn't come yet. We'll wait for a while.
So 你们代表你们的报纸啊，不是好记者而已，报纸也好。 不然他不让当那种登这么好的东西。
It's not. It's not that you're the good journalist. The newspaper itself is a good newspaper. That's why they give the opportunity to print the article.
还有那个印刷厂也是他代表他的工厂领，因为也有很多人也替我们卖力做事啊，这个不是钱能够做得到的。
It's the same way to the printing factory. It's because he's only the representative of the whole factory. A lot of people has been devoting their effort for all those publications.
啊，你们两位可以回去做比较安全的、干燥的地方，好。还有替我谢谢那些公务人员在你们的工厂，
Let me thank all those workers in your factory too.
还有替我谢谢你们的报社。
And also thank a lot for your newspaper company.
Now we're going to give some rewards to some of the centers who have been working hard in the past years or months to promote the teaching of God and also to help the fellow initiates to encourage them to continue to practice. So we have picked some of the best. But nevertheless, it is very difficult to choose because most of them are hardworking and everyone practically is very enthusiastic and diligent in spreading the teaching and also practicing themselves. But anyhow, we picked the most outstanding and also the most symbolic. Yeah, we hope next year we have more. It's a very short notice. Now we're going to give some rewards to some of the centers who have been working hard in the past years or months to promote the teaching of God and also to help the fellow initiates to encourage them to continue to practice. So we have picked some of the best. But nevertheless, it is very difficult to choose because most of them are hardworking and everyone practically is very enthusiastic and I would say diligent in spreading the teaching and also practicing themselves. But anyhow, we picked the most outstanding and also the most symbolic. Yeah, we hope next year we have more. It's a very short notice. Okay. Now I give each center a symbolic letter, inside. It will be written what and what. Yeah. because it's in a very short time. You know, you have not given me the report long enough in advance. I have demanded in such and such date, and then it did not come. I was supposed to read it on the aeroplane and decide it then. Then when I came here, I already have all the rewards and printed paper and everything. But you didn't give it to me on time. So I just give an envelope to everyone, and then we will take care later. We send the award from Taiwan Center. Understand? Yeah, okay. Give it back to me later, and I write it down, okay? Just support for the moment, okay? Give it to me. The Paris Center is very coordinated with each other. And there are 3 persons working there, one French, the other one Vietnamese, the other one Chinese, and they work together very well. And in a very short time, they have printed newsletters and translated a lot of work and all that. Yeah, so they're very good. They rented the house themselves and do a lot of independent work and have an independent thinking. You know, not everything as master and all that. You know, I don't even know what to do. I'm not in propagation work. You know, maybe I am, but I have a lot of other work to do. So now. I'm calling one by one, but not by order, huh? So, if you hear your name, please come over. Now, Singapore Center. All the centers are working very hard, you know, in promoting and encouraging the disciples, and also being independent. Yeah, renting houses or buying centers for themselves, and distributing books and teaching English classes or vegan classes, etc., etc. Each center has its own beauty, yeah. And because of the time shortage, I cannot read to you one by one, but maybe we report it in the news magazine, and then you will see what each center is doing. Yeah, the symbolic ones, the leading ones. Yeah, okay. Now, next one, I have to write it here. Pusan. There are some centers that are more distinguished, yeah, than the other centers. But then we will see to that later. Now, Korea, Pusan. Yeah. If you see nothing in your envelope, then you give it back to me later. I give you something else. Okay, only for you. Don't give it to other people. I have to write a letter inside. I didn't have so much time. I could only write that much. And then time is so short, I have to come here. I already have this one, so no need. Let's see. You know, so much. How much work I have to do, you never have any idea. I have to go through all these reports and then extract out what's a good one, and then have to reconsider again and again, and also tell many people to read it with me, whether they agree with it. Yeah, so it takes a lot of time. In just 4 days, I work so much. You never know. You never know. I might report to you that I have very little time to run after you guys. Okay, that's what we have already. Changhua already. Yep. And some of them I already have. Oh, yeah, so good. Wow, I feel a little bit sick today also. Oh. Yeah, got it. This one. Okay. Now, Austria, Vienna. Vienna Center. Vienna started with nobody. And he's the one who promoted a lot of teaching in Europe. Yeah, including Switzerland and so on. So actually some of the awards go to the whole center. Some of the awards go to one person actually, but we don't promote, personal egoism, so we just say center. Now, London and Oxford. Oh, two together or not? Only one? Only one, London, England. Don't see any? 那个中国的那个小小的呢？他代表的跑掉了。对呀、他那个专门说他业障很深的，赶快过来。这个不要。好了，赶快过来。现在Paris already? Yeah, but they can have two more, one for the Vietnamese representative and one for the Chinese representative. Because they both worked them hard before the French people came into the picture. They have rented the house together and then they pay for the rent because the rent is very expensive in Paris. Actually, when we went for lecture, of course we financed everything, and but after we left, they thought the disciple numbers would grow up very much, so they rented a house. So what they did was they paid the rent themselves and stay in one room, and the rest of the house was for the disciples to meditate. In that case, they solved the rent problem, and maybe they pay 2/3 of it or 3/4 of it, and a little bit left over the disciple put in, and so the whole dining room and living room, etc., are all for the public, and they stay in the small rooms. So they solve the renting problem, and this is very touching. Yeah, the center. The center we always pay for them, but then in the long run, when they have many disciples, then they pay themselves. Yeah, but these are the first. Paris is newborn, and they already started to finance their own magazine, and they bought fax machine, and they do a lot of things, to try to promote the teaching. So this is very good. Yeah, they have initiative ideas, and that's important. You know what I mean? Not because of the money or how much they work or how many people they can draw inside. It is the initiative ideas that are important. That means you're growing. You are independent, and that's what I like. I like to see you grow. Yes. Of course, we like to see the result of our work, but that is not the most important. I'm not counting how many new disciples there are in your center, but I'm counting what you're doing and what nice ideas you have and how independent you are. But in a good way, not independent like, stubbornness. That's different. They're independent but very disciplined, and that's the best thing. And they try to do it, themselves. And then whatever they need, we supply. And that's the best thing. Yeah. That's, good. And all of them speak French in the center. The Chinese, Vietnamese all speak French. But I started it. I said, nobody can speak English and Vietnamese here. I don't understand. Only speak French. Whether I can answer you or not, that's a different thing. But you have to speak French. Okay, so now another one is Indonesia. In Indonesia, there are two centers. One in Jakarta, newborn, also worth rewarding because they are working hard. There's not many disciples. And another one is in, I forgot the name of yoga. Surabaya, yeah. They are worth praising because the circumstances are different, In some of the countries, the religious activities are not very much welcome and encouraged, and very limited. It's nothing serious, but you just can't grow. You can't grow very fast, or you hardly grow, Grow very difficult, like that. So some of the centers are like that, like Indonesian centers. And still, they're very courageous, and they push forward with their ideal and their plans. And that's what's worth praising. Not how much result they have. It's just how much effort they put in. You know what I mean? And in which circumstance. Therefore, I consider all this. And it's difficult for me to decide. Is it very difficult? Korea has some more. Busan already got it. Now, Quanzhou, Korea. They are very hardworking, the Korean people, and very, very disciplined. They are newborn, also 1 year old, but they spread all over the country. And they already translated the news, very up to date. Yes, very quick, in a short time, and also translated a lot of lectures and teachings into Korean. And even though they are newborn, nearly 100 of them attended the American retreat, Honolulu retreat. And that's very difficult for them, difficult for them to get visas. And this included a dozen monks and nuns. Also very difficult for them to get out. They don't issue visas for monks and nuns. So under such circumstances, I think the Korean people are doing well, huh? And every time I am in Korea for lecture, the first time worth over 3,000, second time 5,000, 7,000 or more. We didn't count enough. You know, both places, in Seoul as well as in Busan, same numbers, like from 6 or 7,000 or more, because we rented a sport stadium. We could house about 9,000 to 11,000, and it's nearly full. So we couldn't really, count it properly because they're all squeezed to the front. There are no individual seats, just a big bench around. And then so you can sit as many as you want, as long as you can squeeze together. Then, so they sit like this, all in the front. Now another one for Daegu, Korea. Newborn, very new, half-year-old, but growing strong. They have their own group meditation, their own center, their own printing, their own everything. Yeah. Korean people happy, huh? Oh, Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur. He didn't even know that he get it. Now we have another award for Belgium. Now another award goes to Berlin.
Berlin.
Berlin. Yeah. And Munich. There comes Australia, namely 4 centers. 4 main centers are very active. The first one, Brisbane, and Melbourne, Perth, Sydney.
Melbourne.
4 can come forward. You are from where? Perth, yeah.
Melbourne. Perth and
Actually, they could have come up here so you can all have a look at them, but because they're so clean, It's raining and everybody's feet become like Cinderella, so I should have stayed down there, yeah? Not that we look down upon them, huh? Now we have diverse centers, like USA. USA, we have picked 3, yeah. The first prize is for Los Angeles. This one is the first prize for the US. Los Angeles is working very hard in translating a lot of the teaching, books and news magazines, and also sending them around. Yes. Before they printed themselves, but because they printed too lousy and too slow, so we took over their business. We let the Taiwan printer do it. So now we don't print it in the United States anymore, but we print in Taiwan. But nevertheless, they help a lot with translation and distribution to the Vietnamese all over the world. Yeah. Now the second prize goes to Boston Center. Ni yao nai chang? But she is not the only one who has credit for the glory, huh? The whole center and the whole backing up of the whole congregation, yes. Including American, Chinese, Vietnamese, yeah? So many people, yeah. And Boston is very enthusiastic and very helpful. They even help with some financial problems with some of their neighbors. Wow, very rich, huh? It's the heart that counts. Okay. The third award goes to Houston, Texas. Cái này nào? Cái này hả? Cái này hả? They are both very simple, not upper class citizens of America. But they're very sincere and they share their house since many years to any of the seekers and disciples who come and meditate. Their house became a public house. But then they started to put up money for buying a new center, you know, a bigger one. But then when it came to the flood victims in America recently, all the disciples put up about 5,000 something. So they have 10,000 in their account for the new center. They also draw it out and then added it up. So it became about 20,000 to help with the flood victims. So this is very good. Actually, they have been saving hard for new center, but then when it comes to victims, you know, so that is very patriotic, and this is very worth praising. And you know what? God knows. A few days later, somebody just donated. Yeah, without wishy-washy. Yeah, wonderful. So you know the award of giving, huh? Never be stingy to your neighbor or to the victims of disaster. And then you will see what you get later on. Okay. So like last year we donated for the Philippine Pinatubo disaster. And this year I get back. For my own work. And maybe we are going to donate it in a minute. And maybe last year it might bring back to my account. So it was very lucrative for the Philippines. So you know the award of giving, huh? Never be stingy to your neighbor or to the victims of disaster. And then you will see what you get later on. Okay. So like last year we donated for the Philippine Pinatubo disaster. And this year I get back. For my own work. And maybe we are going to donate it in a minute. And maybe last year it might bring back to my account. So it was very lucrative for the Philippines. Now, you don't always give with the expectation of return. Then you get only half back. And even for my own labor, from selling paintings and all kinds of things, singing tapes, and yeah, I have to sing more. Maybe because God knows that I expect some returning profit. So he didn't give it to me, but he gave it to cook from the Houston Center because she didn't expect anything. She was very innocent to draw it out.
But money from you, Master.
Money for me? Yeah. Then why didn't you ask me before you gave it away? Never mind. If you ask me, I say give it yesterday. Now there are some other remaining centers like Thailand Center. Yeah. Thailand? Oh, you run 90 miles an hour, quick. It's difficult to walk here. What is that now? Losing shoes. Quick. Thailand people, apart from being extremely respectful, protective, and loving toward me, they have been also very independent and active in the promotion of the teaching. And they have been very independent. They have their own center, and they have not even needed any help from Melly, except for, the sample booklets and the finances for the lecture videos and all that. Otherwise, they are completely independent. Yeah, and they are very, very devoted and very, very respectful, very humble folk. Thailand, you like them. Yeah. Every time I'm in Thailand, I have the police escort in front and behind. Otherwise, I never get through the traffic. Yeah, so they arrange all the police to clear the road every time I'm in Thailand. And then every time there's so many people just hanging around just to cook for me. And you see the way they offer the food. I feel like they're offering it to the king. It's very respectful, and they have absolutely excellent manners. And they practice very, very well. Okay. Next one, Costa Rica. I give this award to them in the hope that they will better themselves. Costa Rica centers have been translating a lot of Shifu's work, and they have been very enthusiastic. But of course, the Costa Rican people, they have their mañana manner, and we can't do anything about it, so I hope they improve. But they love me very much. But also no wonder Costa Rica has its own center, right? I bought it in the beginning of the mission, about 4 or 5 years ago, when I didn't have much money then. However much money I have, I just put it in there and give them the center. But it's a beautiful center. Now you have many centers around the world, so in case you happen to go there for holidays or a visit, then you can always pass by, eat vegan and meditate, right? Yeah, and stay there. Now we come to Hong Kong. Yes. Hong Kong Center has bought their own land, despite the very expensive and crowded situation in Hong Kong. They have bought 3 pieces of land, nearly stuck together, and they had offered it to us whenever we are in Hong Kong. So I stay very long in Hong Kong this time because of this beautiful land. And moreover, they have been very devoted to the comfort and benefit of the Vietnamese refugees in Hong Kong. And also, they have been very patient with me because they have done too much, so they make a lot of mistakes also. Not according to my taste, yeah. So I scolded them a lot since we know each other, and they still put up with it, yeah. And they didn't get angry with me, and they didn't shout at me because when they talk, it's just like they're shouting. Therefore, when I shout at them, they thought I was just talking to them. That's why they were never mad at me. We got along perfectly well. If I shouted a little bit louder, they thought, wow, Master is improving in Cantonese. They thought I'm pretty integrated now, you know, becoming more and more like the Cantonese manner, you know, talking very loud with all hand and feet and shouting on top of my voice. So I never had any problem with Hong Kong sensitivity, you know. But sometimes they have problems with me because when they talk, if I was very far away, I was worried, and I sent an attendant to go down and have a look and see who's fighting with whom. But every time it was the same. They say, no, Master, they're laughing, they're talking together. No problem. So I stay in Hong Kong long because we had no problem. We shouted at each other. So sometimes when I'm not angry with them, then they're doing everything perfectly well, and I talk in a very low and sweet voice, and they wonder what's wrong with me today. They say, what's the matter or something? You know? So I have to always remind myself to raise my voice. So that to be in accord with the circumstances and the custom of the country. The Hong Kong people, they are disciplined, and they are hardworking and fast, and they're very straightforward, no nonsense, because their life is like that. Hong Kong is crowded, expensive, fast-moving, but easy to get jobs. So they work hard. They earn their living, they're very straightforward, they share it wherever they can, and they do what they can for the teaching. All of them are lovely, yeah? Even when they shout at me. I'm getting used to it by now. So in Hong Kong, we don't need microphones to work with each other. That's why That's why in Hong Kong, one time I teach them how to bake the cake, called Qinghai cake, Qinghai rolls. And the video members and the audio members, the working members, were so used to no microphone, so that even when they videotape me without any voice in it. So that the whole tape was ruined. It was very beautiful. Everybody was laughing very loudly. But when you see it, only the mouth open. And nothing comes out. So that is because we're so used to working independently without any supplements, without any helping instruments like microphones or loudspeakers. So now you see, when you happen to see that video, you will see it's like a silent movie. I don't know if I have forgotten anybody. I guess in the future we will see more into the matter, because there are many people who have not been able to come. Also, there are new countries that probably have not started any work yet, or they just plan to do so they couldn't report. So at the moment, we only pick these countries, yeah? And now comes Taiwan. Taiwan is my first base. And from Taiwan, we have many newborn friends and children. Yeah, I started in Taiwan, and the Taiwanese people to me are just like my own people. There's nothing they wouldn't do to help me. In the beginning, in the middle, and in the end. Everything is possible because of the Taiwanese people. But I scold them the most. Yeah, because when you do more, then you make more mistakes. But when you don't do anything, then you're perfectly okay. Yeah. When you do more, you speak more, then you make more mistakes, right? And therefore, it's no exception with the Taiwanese. So every time I see them, I just want to run away. Because I say, here comes the problem again. But they are the most beautiful people, most devoted, most faithful, and most simple, most kind-hearted. I think God has sent me to Taiwan in a perfect arrangement. Yeah. So last year, in the Pinatubo volcano eruption, the Taiwanese people, the Taiwanese disciples, helped the most. The first $1 million are all from the disciples. The second $1 million are mostly from us, and all the expenses are from the center. Yeah. And the center is all my money. You know. So, anyhow, they have sacrificed the money that they have put up. Actually, they wanted to buy something. Yeah, maybe buy a new center or something. But because of the eruption of the volcano, they have donated all that. In 3 days, they collected $1 million and give it out to the Philippines. 是不是这样？1000万是他们，1000万是1 million 吗？不是呢。是这个1半他们1半我们，是不是？不是1000万就是还跟钱的都是他们的，我们都没有弄。那个时候我们都没给。我们后来给衣服总1000万，总共2000万，后来我们再给一个600万。懂，我们也有给了啊。We have also the first is over $1 million, and then later we give more. They become more than over $2 million. I think half of that is from the disciples of Taiwan. And some more from outside Taiwanese people, not disciples, and some others, some portion of it came from disciples all over the world. And this time, the Taiwanese people also put up $70,000 and more to have ready. We're going to donate it to the flood victims, because the U.S. disciples have given some, like cleaning tools and some of the money, but still they need some more. So we going to donate more. And $70,000 is from them already now. Yeah, we're going to give it to them. And the first prize, we give it to the Taipei disciples. This is a contact person in Taipei since the day of your, when you did not even know my name, they're already around me. Since the day of tens, of wandering. Yes, he was one of the first disciples. Yeah, nearly the first. So we have known each other for 7 or 8, 9 years now. Now, the Taipei Center worth sympathizing with. Up to now, they are helping the most, but they still do not have their own center. They rented a place in a big kind of ceremonial hall in a primary school, and they pay every month for it. And they can only rent once a week, and only up to a certain time, like from 6 to 9. And then people will rush them out if they want to, if they're too late. Yeah. For up to now, they still have no center. But they can buy their own, if they see any better land, and they can buy it. But in Taipei, it's easier to buy toothpicks because it's very difficult to have land in Taipei. It's very expensive. And if you have a place that's convenient for traffic and for everyone, then it's too small. Because, in Taipei, every week, every time they meditate, a group meditation, there are 3,000-4,000 people. Where do you find a place? And this is at the main meditation time. And the other subgroups, there are plenty more. And they can only squeeze in 4,000 at the most at that place, no more. They can't squeeze anymore, therefore there's a limit. And every week's like that. And I'm very hardly there. Yeah? So that's the problem with Taipei. They still put up with it for 7 years now. And in different places. Yeah, and they're still looking for a new place. And I wish them luck. Now the second place is Tainan. They also Tainan is also Taiwan. We picked 3 places: Taipei, Tainan, and Hualien. So the second one is Tainan. Tainan? Okay, it's okay. They have their own center. They bought their own center and they build their own everything. And that's is also very, very good going. And they drive cars, big buses around the country to propagate the teaching. And the third place, Hualien. Yeah, Hualien is also very strong. Because in the beginning of our mission in Taiwan, we encounter a lot of misunderstandings. And Hualien is the kind of the frontier base, where the fighting is going hot every day. But then they survived, and then they even succeeded in winning over the opponents. Yeah. And now we have only friends and no enemies. Yeah. And they have a lot of activities and enthusiasm, and also organization talent for the promoting of the teaching. That's it for now. 叫他了，你们自己宣布他。
那个中央日报的那个李周荣先生已经到了。这个李周荣先生啊，他那个不为那个外界的流言跟压力啊，他很勇敢的，长期呢在中央日报呢，执行制作师父的青海无上师演讲特刊。所以师父特别颁开一个奖状，叫做"世界最无畏、最勇敢的记者"。
From the Central News of Taiwan, the journalist Mr. Lee has been publishing master's articles, the whole page, front page in the Central News owned by the government. This courageous spirit is awarded by the master today as the world's most courageous journalist.
In Taiwan, in the first days of our mission, as you already know, we encounter a lot of opposition. Because at that time I still wore kind of Buddhist monk's robe, and that doesn't make me very popular with the Buddhist country like Taiwan. Yeah, I'm popular with some, but then with the conservative people, you know, I have a lot of misunderstanding and a lot of rumors spreading and all that. You know, most people only misunderstand. That's all there is. Yeah. At that time, not many newspapers wanted to have anything to do with us. And then the Zhongyang Daily News, that is the central news of Taiwan, that is the newspaper of the government. And I must tell you also that this newspaper is very faithful. Kind of 正派怎么讲？就是说 they are very righteous, you know what I mean? And there's not so much of violence and not so much of kind of like Boulevard News, you know. It's a very good newspaper, kind of a little bit conservative. Maybe that's why they also have a less circulation than others, because there's no exciting news in it, and no troublemaking news, and no headlines and all that. But then I think if you truly want to get only news, yeah. 可以听到吗？ If you truly want to get only news and not only the, you know, kind that satisfying your mind because of all this violence, then you can read such a paper like Zhongyang Daily News, yeah, Central Daily News in Taiwan, or maybe in your country, yeah. What's that? Maybe there's similar papers in your country, yeah, yeah. And at that time, many people, you know, opposed us, our movement, and newspapers were quite afraid to have anything to do with us in Taiwan. At that time, you know, in the beginning. But he is the one who works in Central Daily News, and despite the newspapers, also the government papers, you know what I mean? It's kind of, not the government, but speaking for the government, yeah, kind of official newspaper. And he still thought that my teaching is very fit for the public. So he fought with, you know, obstacles within and without the newspaper circles. And then he asked us to let him publish that in the newspapers. At that time when the opposition was the strongest, he still did that. And every day, of course, he received many threatening telephone calls and, you know, a lovely terrorizing message and things like that. 啊？漂亮的什么？啊？漂亮的什么？
照片。
哪里 ？terrorizing。漂亮的恐吓的消息。Oh my God! You translate like that? 我说他每天拿到很多那个可爱的那个恐怖的那个电话，还有很多漂亮的那个恐吓的消息啊，这样子他还登着报纸。And despite all this, he still persists in doing what he thinks is right. So therefore, we awarded him as the most courageous journalist in the world. Maybe. Maybe there are other journalists who are also courageous, you know. But maybe if we know them in the future, then we will award them. Up to now, he's the best one. The most courageous. It's the same with the purple journalist, yeah. She wrote the articles not because she praised the master or the teaching that we award her. It's just the way that she writes it, you know. It's very good, very articulate literature, you know. The style is very nice. Because many people praise me, and I don't award them. Not everybody, understand? You can see a lot of newspapers and journalists praising me all the time in the newspapers, yeah. But not because of that I award them. You know, I award the literature award to a person who truly can, as you can see, with journalistic talent and journalistic, fair judgment and accurate eyes. You understand? Therefore, she got this award, the best journalist, the most accurate at the moment in the world. Later, if we know someone else, we award them. But both of them coincidentally look very bright, you know. Look very handsome, huh? Handsome and beautiful, huh? So that's it. For now, what time is it? Oh, we still have time. Oh, okay. Some of the award for the meditation centers, we will give them from Taiwan. Some of the award prizes I have not written down yet. But if you give back the empty envelope, I will know that. Then I will write more. Some of it I already written, but the other prizes are not. First prize, third prize, second prize I have written, but the other prizes I haven't thought of yet. I couldn't think of what to give them. Maybe they want money, huh? So if you give me back the empty envelopes, then in the evening, maybe stating what you want, then we will give it to you. But not $1 million US. So, everyone's all right? Yeah, huh? Okay. Also, all the award letters, I think I want to have it back to have this stamp, so that you can get the money or the prize. I have not stamped it yet, huh? I got some stamps here just to show that I'm important. So the retreat is ending or near the end, and we're going to move along to another program. Namely, because I think I can disclose to you now, because the time is coming. Namely, because I think I can disclose to you now, because time is coming. So I was invited here. What's that? What's that? Huh? What? Yeah, but why are you clapping? You follow them like sheep? Now you broken my inspiration. I don't know whether I should disclose to you or not. Now give me a kiss. All right. That's the Taiwanese. They always make noise when it's not necessary. And they make noise when they shouldn't make. So we first talk about our retreat, yeah? Actually, it's only a very short retreat, but I think, and I saw some of you improving very, very fast, very well. Is that not so? Yeah. All right, you don't have to always clap like this. Yes.
Happy, Master.
Huh?
So happy.
Happy? Am I happy? Oh, you are happy. Oh, you are happy has nothing to do with me. Why should I bother whether you're happy or not? You don't have to tell me. Yeah? And most of you have kept the discipline, yeah, and meditated very well. And then you see the benefit. Huh? It's also a pity that the time is so short. And actually, I wanted to rent a very big yard. Actually, all of you could camp there also. But then we don't know who the owner is. And we couldn't get in touch with him. So after today, I think all of you must go tomorrow. And where are you going? You going home tomorrow, all of you? Yes. Yes, some of you staying. Yeah. Most are going home, okay. And the rest, you have to be responsible for yourself. Yeah? Yes. And if you go sightseeing, then remember what I say to you. Don't touch all the plants because some of them are poisonous. And will give you extreme internal discomfort. And respect the law here. And be careful, as always, in every tourist resort. Even in paradise tourist resorts, you also have to keep your purse string together, yeah, and safe in the pocket, yeah. I don't guarantee any safety if you don't look after yourself. And also sometimes if we are too careless, then we invite people to become bad, yeah. If you put your money in your pocket, nobody will think of anything. But if you just, you know, kind of spread it on the table, man, look at that. $100,000, yeah. Look at that, yes. Yeah, and then sooner or later people will begin to have spinning ideas. Yeah. And then we will start to believe in some theory like everything is from God. And your money is my money, you know. You spend it just like I spend it, yes. And the money you also spend in America, it's the same US dollars, no problem. Yeah, and then you give them ideas, yeah? And then they start to have problems, and you have problems. Therefore, everywhere you go, keep quiet, be careful, yeah? And respect the law and order of that country and place, yeah? Because even the best places also have criminals. I'm sorry to tell you. But that has nothing to do with the country at large, or with the government, or with the mentality of the people there. You know what I mean? Yes. Yes. Because sometimes other people mix in also, or foreigners, or any people can stay in a different land, yeah? So you better be careful. And that's the thing. But try to go home quickly. To your folks, because they'll be waiting for you. Maybe they're waiting for your blessing after a 4-day retreat.你翻译给那个记者听啊，怕他一个人太小了，翻译2个人听不清楚，你过来一点，翻译给他听。Because they heard that you are holy persons, yeah? And then you meditate, yes. And then you retreat 4 days with the master, yeah? And then they await your blessed reward when you come back home with a big halo on your head. And then all your body is shining with light, brighter than 1,000 suns. So they keep waiting every day, every minute for the bodhisattva to return home. So even if a place is beautiful, home is sweet, yeah? And responsibility is a priority, yeah? We already have something to do, so we stick with it, yeah? Yeah, 1 or 2 days are no problem, but don't stay 1 or 2 years. And take care of your visas and all those expiration dates, all right? Don't say the master blesses me, I can do anything I want. That's not the point. Even I respect the order of the country. Like in Taiwan, if I can stay only 2 months, and I stay 2 months. I don't rely on my fame and my supporters in Taiwan to cause trouble for the law, yeah? And when they want to put down our meditation roof, I let them. And we have no opposition, not even 1 second. Because why? We fight with the devils. We fight with bad people. We fight with the bad regimes that harm citizens. But we don't fight with our own government and our own folks. Yeah, especially if they are okay. I mean, relatively okay. Anywhere like that, because the government is not heaven itself, right? So they also deem to make mistakes. And if two people make mistakes together, then they make even worse mistakes. So it's better in some circumstances we step back, right? And let the time work out who is what, who is right, who is wrong, and let time make up for the past mistakes itself. We have no worry. For example, here we don't have any meditation hall. We still can meditate 4 days in heaven, right? Yes. And you know, this place is free of charge. Wow. Yeah, it's all given free. But the donation is just because I wanted to donate. Nobody pressed us to donate anything. It was all free. Even if you stay 1 or 2, 3 weeks, no problem. It's just because our time planning coincided a little bit with their cleaning date. So tomorrow they have to start to clean. This is the law in Hawaii, and they can't change that. They don't have to change for us, right? So actually, originally we planned for 7 days. It became 4 days. It's okay. We're happy. And the team here and the whole of Hawaii and the government of Hawaii are all taking care of us, so that you go through customs like a speeding rocket, right? No problem. Because otherwise the Taiwanese, the Japanese, the Korean, the Indonesia, the Europeans go through the Hawaiian customs. It would take all day. Yeah. But it takes only a few minutes because we already have the protection in advance. They know we are coming, and for what reason. So you see, the government here is very exceptional. The whole government is at work, not only 1 or 2 persons, and to help us. This also belongs to the government, and we can borrow it due to the kindness of the government, and personally of Mr. Fassi, the mayor of Honolulu. And by the way, I was invited here by the government. Therefore, I came to Honolulu. Yeah. You have asked me why Honolulu, you know. People come here for holidays, but not for meditation. Yeah, we do meditation anywhere, right? And this place is like a sanctuary. It's so beautiful and it's like heaven. And people keep it so well and so beautiful. Just because it's raining, so it looks like a mess, but it was so beautiful the day you came. And after you leave, yes, it will grow again. But nevertheless, we have to thank the government of Hawaii and the United States for making such things happen. And I was invited here to be awarded a kind of peace prize. The Peace Award comes in 3 names. Namely, the first, the government here is going to give me a statue, a bronze statue, and they're going to put it in a public park for everybody to see. Keep it secret between us up to now, huh? Okay. Not many people know, huh? Yeah. And then second, I'm going to be awarded a kind of a plaque. Yeah, yes, for working for world peace and self-sacrifice and that, namely like that. Yes. Yeah. And they're going to name today the day of the Supreme Master Ching Hai. And the third award I will get is the Honorable Citizenship of America. So it is a very dignified occasion. That's why you are invited here to share the joy and the honor. Yeah. Because actually you are the one who should get the award. Because you worked. Yes. Without you, without you I am nothing. Nobody cares for Master Ching Hai if I don't have any people who... Yeah, fine. But the thing is, because you are good, because you are honorable, so people see that my work bears fruit. You understand? Yeah. Therefore, I don't know how to award you, but we share the award together. All right. So in a short time, you're going to have to dress up and behave yourself on the bus, on the street, and at the party. Yeah? And everywhere you go, you must keep quiet and have dignity. So don't make a... Because we're too many people. So the quiet, the better, you know? If we only had 2 or 3, we would not make so much noise and be noticed. But because we're too many, understand? So not because you're too happy today, you forget to guard your senses and your dignity. Understand? Yes. I have told you this news just to let you know how dignified the occasion is. Not to let you be over happy and then blowing whistle all over the street. Okay? Yes. So keep your happiness inside and keep your dignity on the outside. We have to thank the government of Hawaii and the United States for making such things happen. And I was invited here to be awarded a kind of peace prize. The Peace Award comes in 3 names. Namely, the first, the government here is going to give me a statue, a bronze statue, and they're going to put it in a public park for everybody to see. Kept secret between us up to now, huh? Okay. Not many people know, huh? Yeah. And then second, I'm going to be awarded a kind of a plaque. Yeah, yes, for working for world peace and self-sacrifice and that, namely like that. Yes. And they're going to name today the day of the Supreme Master Ching Hai. And the third award I will get is that the Honorable Citizenship of America. So it is a very dignified occasion. That's why you are invited here to share the joy and the honor. Yeah. Up to now, I did not let any of you know. Only a few, even the crew members, nobody knew. Because I don't work like that. I don't see it as a much glory for myself. But now, because the time is coming, and I want you to keep your discipline, because there will be many distinguished guests over there. Yeah, and we're going to a first-class hotel in Hawaii, where many distinguished guests are staying, and I will be all over you if you make a lot of noise. So I hope you will conceal your happiness and keep a smiling face only, not a laughing mouth. Understand? Yes. Keep calm and dignified, yeah? And listen to your group leaders. Listen to your group leaders so that we can work together well. And I hope to bring all of you in, yeah? If you're quiet. If you're quiet. Otherwise, I will bring only 5 people. So you all have to comb your hair, put some of your lipstick on, and put something on. But put it on the right way. Not to put lipstick over there, pink over here. Yeah, when you're too happy, you do anything chaotic. 5,000 years ago, when Master Krishna was still alive, you know Hare Krishna, huh? Yes. Hare means glory, yeah? Glory to Krishna. So Krishna is his name, you know, he was the master of that time. And whenever the woman of India had the chance to see him, even at that, they didn't care at what time, in the middle of the night or whatever, they run. And they didn't know where, they didn't care what. And so some put the pen over the head and, and the lipstick was on their chins. And they smear all over themselves. So when the master saw them, say, "My God, look at you." All the dignified women of India, and you put your pen on the top and the shirt underneath, and the lipstick is smeared all over the face. Yes, because they were too overwhelmed with happiness, and they forgot how to behave. You know what it's like when you're in love. You couldn't even put your makeup on right. So that's what it is like to be with me today, huh? So, try to keep quiet and keep order, yeah? And each group should have 5 persons and 1 leader. And then another with 10, or maybe 10 persons. And each group leader should take care that the 10 persons are always with you. And wherever they go, you must know, in case you want to contact them. If you want even to go to the toilet, you have to tell them, yeah? In case we call you. Yes. You have to wait outside. Because we don't know if we can bring you in. The place is only for 1,000 persons. But maybe afterwards, yeah? After the dinner, we can bring you in. So try to maybe bring something to eat or eat over there in the hotel. You know, get coffee or something and wait there. And don't go anywhere until we tell you where to go. Because there are too many people. If you don't cooperate, it will cause a lot of trouble. And you will get lost. And you don't know where to go because you don't know Hawaii so well. And the gate is not open for everybody. And only open at certain hours, yeah? And we don't want to worry over your safety and your whereabouts, yeah? Then we have to bother the police. So if we move together, 1,000 persons, it's just like 1 person, all right? So you group yourself, 10 persons in each group, and elect 1 leader and report to the leaders. The leaders, you must know all your sheep around you and their whereabouts, yeah? So that when we see the leader, we know where all your folks are. It would be better for today, huh? Also anywhere. When it's a big group of people, we should do it like that. Understand? Yes. And then if your feet are too dirty, try to wash them. Wash them. In the hotel?
Yeah, we check in hotel and take a bath and
Take a bath? All of you?
yeah.
All of you checked into the hotel? In that hotel?
No, the other hotel.
Did you tell the group, organizer, Thong and all that? They all know?
No, we will join after this meeting, so we go to talk to her. We have a rent a car and
Everything already?
yeah, already for our group already.
Oh, who? The other one and the other one? Same?
Not yet.
Arrange all the things? Okay, if you arrange something or have not arranged something, you have to report it to Thong.
Yes.
But make sure you report to the right guy, huh? You just talk to the God and say, yeah, nice, goodbye. Yeah, do what you want, okay. Huh? Or you talk to the tree, was no use. So that's that, huh? And we hope everything goes well tonight. And I wish you a good time. I have to move right now. Thank you for all your love.
Dear Master, at the end of 4 days retreat, we would like to say a few words to you.
Oh, okay. Say it. Say it quick. He wants to say something.
We, all disciples here, are deeply touched with your love to give us this wonderful 4-day retreat in Honolulu, in such a beautiful place, beautiful skies, beautiful mountains, beautiful trees.
Oh, that you have to thank Hawaii.
And today, some of us will receive your awards. This work cannot be accomplished without your guidance. We will try our best to spread your teaching, your kindness, your boundless love, so more and more people can emerge into your love like we do. And we would like to congratulate you for your wonderful work in bringing all the world, all the universe together. Thank you very much, Master.
Thanks to you. Thanks to you. Right. See you later. Because our luggage and all these things are still here, right? And therefore some people have to sacrifice their time to stay here and guard the honor of our group. So if somebody is appointed to do something, please do it and don't complain. All right? And next time maybe it's your turn. Yeah? Okay? I ask for your cooperation, yeah, to stay home and guard some of our people's places so that when they come home it's safe. Yeah? And also in our place over there. Because we have a lot of equipment and all that, which is not very cheap. And we have to use it again and again for the benefit of the world. Okay? So your job of guarding is very honorable. Yeah? Yeah. So please don't complain and do it with love and devotion until I come back. Huh?我是他的，他的啊，2个的 ，OK。你们等一下自己拿啊，你们帮他们拿，因为他们没，不然你们放这边，晚上回来拿也可以。放没地方放。
谢谢。
哎
Thank you。
照顾自己哈，在这边有东西吃就找啊。你们照顾他啊，你照顾那些朋友啊，他们不知道去哪里厨房哪里吃东西。OK， 我等一下见了，等一下见了。
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, is a world-renowned spiritual teacher, humanitarian, and artist. To learn more about her compassionate life and teachings, please visit suprememastertv.com/master.